Welcome to Disrupt, Dominate, Delegate, the podcast for women who are done playing small and ready to take up all the damn space. I'm Brooke Norland, and I'm here to help you break the rules, own your expertise, and stop wasting time on the shit that doesn't serve you. We don't do business that fits into someone else's mold. We burn blueprints and build our empire on our terms. So if you're ready to disrupt the status quo, dominate your industry, and finally delegate the tasks that are holding you back, you're in the right place. Let's get to work. This week we had a death in my family, and stuff like that's never easy on any level in your life. But I wanted to talk specifically about how things like this affect your business, because I've noticed a few things in myself and then been able to reflect on some things that I help other people with to make sure that we're ready for things like this as much as we can be in our business. We're never ready for things like this in our life. But let's talk about how we can make our businesses not be a thing we have to worry about when something like this happens. So being an entrepreneur is not always unicorns and rainbows. It's great for so many reasons. It is amazing because you have so much freedom, time freedom, to do your own schedule. There's no ceiling on your income anymore. You can literally do whatever you want. And it gives you this power that you just don't get working in an office for somebody else, right? I love being an entrepreneur. But talking about the hard parts, I think, is important too. And I've mentioned this before, but I don't have vacation time, right? I could structure my business differently to offer that if I wanted to work long-term with people and like build in contracts with them where, I get this much time off in the year or whatever. I do take time off. I have holidays that I tell my clients I have, things like that. But the long and short of it is I don't have vacation time and I don't have bereavement time. What I have is, any one-on-one client or any client I've been working with in any capacity, of course, would understand unforeseen circumstances and we would work it out. My point is like this. When I want to take vacation, I work twice as hard before I leave so that I put more work into a week, double the work into the week before so that I can take the week off. I put double the week or double the work in, or I take the work with me, or a hybrid of the two. I don't get time off because people aren't going to pay me for taking time off. That's not what entrepreneurship is typically. This doesn't mean that we can't do it. It just means that we really have to look at our business and structure things in a way that it's going to work for us, especially for the unforeseen circumstances that not only take you away physically to be other places, but also mentally, when you're just like, this is a point in my life where I can't have all my mental focus on my business or any of my mental focus on my business. I have got to step away because this is what's important. These are my priorities and this is what's important. But you also are afraid when you step away of what will happen. But you have so many tools in your tool belt to help this just be better. It'd be easier for you and for it to not have to be another thing you have to worry about when you go on vacation or when something unforeseen happens. And I want to talk about some of those things that I have in place and that I've helped my clients put in place so that you can kind of away-proof your business so you can take some time out. So I talk about systems and automations all the time. And I'll be honest with you, there was a long period of time in my entrepreneurial life where I was like, what the hell does that mean? They always say automate stuff or put systems in place. What do they mean? Buy a piece of technology? Do they mean that what is it? Is it a CRM? I don't know. I have no idea what systems and automation means. The thing is that it can mean something different for everybody. But I think the big overall arching thing is it's something that helps your business to stay afloat when you're not around. So a system could be that you schedule your posts out on social media. Like that literally could be your system. I batch my posts on this day and schedule them out for this long so that I know that I always have a week in the bank or whatever. So I always have a week out. Another system could be I create B-roll for my social media posts so that I always have it there for those times when I just don't feel like working, when I don't have it in me, or when you just want to show up with no makeup and your hair not done. Or maybe you have a week where you just really need to focus on your business, or you have a week like this where your heart's not in it. You don't want to create so much. That could be a system. Another system is an automation would be something like ManyChat, where you have the automation where when someone comments a word on any of your posts, that it's automatically sending people where to go to purchase a product or get a free product or whatever it is. So that's constantly working in the background for you. That's an automation and a system. But overall, when it comes to systems and automations, what I mean is taking a look at the structure of your entire business and making sure that everything can flow to some extent without you there. There's going to be some things, your one-on-one client work, things like that can't flow. But for instance, in my business, I have a freebie where someone can, and I'm working on structuring this one up a little bit more, and it'll be a little bit different. Other people's stuff comes first in my life. So it's coming, but don't worry. The way that this works is I have this automated with ManyChat. So I've got posts going out there all the time that say, comment this word, and I'll send you this free thing. That free thing that they get is going to give them like an introduction to who I am or whatever. And then they're going to decide whether or not they want to buy the next product from me, or if they want to work with me, or, you know what I mean? So I have a system in place where I know I've got this product out there that is constantly being promoted on my content so that they get into my funnel and decide if they want to purchase something from me. And then I have emails automated behind the scenes that make sure they're staying in touch with people that have purchased this product to make sure they know what's available if they need or want more from me. That's a system, and that's an automation. It's a little bubble of things that happen whether or not I'm here. Those things exist whether or not I'm here. And I like to help my clients build that same thing. I'm working with a client right now where she has a freebie that we are getting out into the world here very shortly. And behind that freebie, she has a paid offer or a chance to work with her one-on-one. And all of these things will function without her having to be present all the time. And now it does rely on you putting content out there, but not to the point where it's like you have to do it every day, because the content that we create over and over and over always points back to this one thing. So that content is always out there existing. So she's got this system and this automated bubble that brings people in, whether or not she's showing up every single day or not. So that's something that would be a system or an automation. There are so many things out there, so many tools, so many assets, so many just little pieces of nuggets of knowledge that can help you to automate and get your systems all set up and ready to go. And that's something that I help a lot of my clients with. So it's, like I said, depending on your business, it could be all kinds of different things that we could insert in there, different for someone who's selling service provider stuff versus someone who's selling a physical product. There's different things in place there, but there's all kinds of automations out there. And I want you to, this week, one of the tasks I really want you to walk away with is look into automating something in your business, because oftentimes either a tool that you're already paying for or a free tool, or honestly just using your own time a little bit differently can automate something. And if you don't know, what you want to do, just start small, start simple. And the one thing I always tell people is to get ManyChat. You can get ManyChat for free, and that automates your DMs. The paid version is a little bit more convenient, I'll be honest, but there is a free version that is absolutely out there and absolutely something that you could use. And that's a great place to start. One of the best things you can do for yourself in your business is just keep it simple. We're pushed to do a lot of things. We see so many things out there. So many people are saying you need to do this, or you need to do that, or you need to, build all these things so that you've got like this ladder for people to climb into yourself. You don't need all of that. You need simplicity, and you need things that work for you. And I think when you put your life and what you want out of it first, and then you build your business around that. That's the beauty of entrepreneurship. But then you get to make sure that what you've built fits into your life, fits into the dream that you have. And then it becomes more clear what you can offer, what you should be charging for it, and all of the things in between. There's a lot of noise. Like I said, there's always so much noise. There's so much noise all the time with, do this, that, or the other. Tune it out and start asking yourself some more basic questions. What do I want out of this business? What do I need out of this business? And how can I structure that around my life. And once you have that in place, then when you want to go on vacation or when something unfortunate happens and you need to take a rest and you've got the systems built around that, it will feel so much better. My advice is to keep it simple in your business, automate what you can, build systems that run whether or not you're there, and make your business something that works for you, because it doesn't need to be the other way around. That's what it's like in an office. That's what it's like when you work at a desk for somebody else. That doesn't work for you. It never worked for me. It never worked for me. Did you make it work because you needed to? Yeah, sure. But did it ever feel good? Did it ever work well with the way that my brain works, with the way that I need to mentally be existing on this planet? No, never did. It never did. So don't let this business turn into something that's similar to that feeling. You don't work in an office for a reason, or you don't want to work in an office for a reason. You want to be an entrepreneur for a reason. Do not let that reason fall to the wayside as you're building this, or as you're designing your beautiful systems and automations. Do not let anything other than yourself dictate where that goes and how that works. I hope you're having an amazing week. I missed you last week, but don't worry. We'll continue and be back with an episode again next Friday. Make sure you subscribe wherever you're listening right now, whether that's Spotify or Apple or some random place I've never even thought of listening to a podcast to. Please let me know where it is, because I would love to know. Or YouTube. And I will see you again next week. Let's get to work.